Hey, e-athletes, stop scrolling for 1 second, because if your Fortnite feels delayed, laggy, blurry, or inconsistent, your settings might actually be the reason. A lot of players think they just need better aim or faster edits, but the truth is that bad settings can completely destroy your performance without you even realizing it. Today I'm going to show you the exact Fortnite settings you should turn off in 2026 if you want smoother gameplay, higher FPS, faster reactions, cleaner visuals, and a much better competitive experience overall. And trust me, one of these settings is probably turned on right now and is secretly making you lose fights. So make sure you watch this video all the way through before changing anything, because the last setting might be the biggest game changer of all. And this is only part 1. Also, if you enjoy Fortnite tips, settings guides, leaks, and updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. It seriously helps me out a ton and helps the channel grow so I can keep making more Fortnite content for you guys. Now let's get into it. The first setting you should immediately turn off is VSync. If your edits feel delayed or your shotgun shots feel slightly behind during fights, there's a good chance VSync is causing it. VSync tries to match your FPS with your monitor's refresh rate, which sounds useful at first, but the problem is that it adds input delay. That means your actions take longer to appear on screen. In Fortnite, even tiny delays matter. Slower edits, slower reactions, and delayed shots can easily lose you fights against faster players. Most competitive Fortnite players never use VSync because smooth responsiveness is far more important than synced visuals. Unless your monitor has terrible screen tearing issues, you should absolutely turn VSync off immediately. Next up is ray tracing. And honestly, this setting is one of the biggest traps in Fortnite. Yes, ray tracing makes the game look beautiful with realistic lighting, reflections, and shadows. But during an actual match, you barely even notice those effects. What you will notice is your FPS dropping hard. Epic Games themselves have confirmed that ray tracing is extremely demanding on your system. It forces your PC or console to work much harder just to create prettier graphics that don't help you competitively at all. Most pros avoid ray tracing completely because stable FPS and smooth gameplay are way more important than cinematic visuals. Unless you're trying to record a Fortnite movie trailer, there's really no reason to have ray tracing on. Now this next setting is secretly one of the biggest FPS killers in Fortnite right now, and most casual players don't even know it exists. I'm talking about Nanite and high meshes. Nanite and high mesh settings make objects in Fortnite look much more detailed, but all that extra detail puts a huge load on your GPU. That means lower FPS, more stutters, and inconsistent gameplay during fights. Competitive players almost always set meshes to low because lower meshes make the game cleaner and easier to read during build battles. When Fortnite fights get chaotic, the last thing you want is extra visual clutter slowing your game down. Turning Nanite off and setting meshes to low can make Fortnite feel significantly smoother almost instantly. And real quick, if this video is already helping you understand why your game might feel bad, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and keep watching until the end because the final setting is something almost nobody talks about, and it can seriously affect your aim. Now, let's talk about textures. A lot of players believe that high textures help them see better, but honestly, that's not true. High textures mostly just use more VRAM, lower your FPS, and put extra stress on your system. During sweaty build fights, you're not paying attention to how realistic a tree or wall looks. Low textures help keep Fortnite running smoother and more stable, which is far more important competitively. That's why most professional players keep textures on low. Smooth gameplay will always beat pretty graphics in a fast-paced game like Fortnite. Another setting you should absolutely turn off is shadows. Shadows might make Fortnite look more cinematic, but they can actually make enemies harder to see, especially inside buildings, dark corners, or late game zones. On top of that, shadows also hurt performance quite a bit. So not only are they lowering your FPS, but they're also making visibility worse at the same time. Most competitive players disable shadows immediately because Fortnite simply feels cleaner and easier to track enemies without them. Now let's talk about motion blur, because if you still have this turned on in 2026, we need to fix that immediately. Motion blur adds a blurry smear effect while moving around the map. It might look cool in a cinematic trailer, but in actual gameplay, it makes aiming and tracking enemies harder. Fortnite is already an extremely fast game, and adding extra blur during fights only makes everything more difficult to react to. That's why almost every professional player disables motion blur right away. Clean visuals help you react faster and aim more consistently, so there's really no competitive benefit to using it. And finally, if your PC struggles with performance at all, Performance Mode is still one of the best options in Fortnite in 2026. Performance Mode helps increase FPS, reduce input delay, simplify visuals, and make enemies easier to spot during fights. That's why so many pros and ranked grinders still use it. Sure, the game might not look ultra-realistic, but Fortnite feels much faster and smoother, and that's what really matters when you're trying to win fights consistently. So just to quickly recap, the settings you should turn off right now are VSync, ray tracing, Nanite, high meshes, high textures, shadows, and motion blur. Turning these settings off can seriously improve your FPS, reaction time, visibility, and overall gameplay consistency. Fortnite is more competitive than ever in 2026, and even small setting changes can make a massive difference in how the game feels. Thank you so much for your time and support. If this video helped you improve your Fortnite settings, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and share this video with your Fortnite squad. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. More Fortnite tips, settings guides, leaks, and updates are coming very soon, so stay locked in and remember, be the guy with the coolest weapons, not the guy running away, the guy with the coolest weapons. Be easy.